Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are all fantastic. It's time to react. Another video, another day. Let's get into it. We are reacting to a video interview with Colleen Makhubele. He was interviewed on Newsroom Africa. So let's take a listen on what he says. He's joining MK. The question is why? Okay, we need to find out. Why are you joining MK? You had your own party, which is SARA. Now you are joining MK. What motivates them? What made you to join them? Right, let's get into it. Let's take a listen.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for having me. I think, yes, congratulations are in order. It's a big step, and I'm excited about it.
First of all, I like the way she's approaching this. First of all, I've been saying first of all, but the fact that she's got positive energy, she is approaching this thing knowing that she's prepared. Actually, the smiling face tells you that she's in control. You know, she's not scared, she's not nervous of anything, because she's ready. The decision she made, it seems like it was the right decision for her by the way I'm looking at her. Okay, which I think it's an advantage to her to this interview, because even though maybe she might had some thinking of saying I might be attacked, but she is ready. As you can see, the smiling. I'm like, I'm here, Baba. I'm ready for this thing. Bring it on. You know, just saying, just looking at her. I like the energy. You know, for you to defeat negativity, you just have to put the negative, the positive energy against the negative energy. I'm not saying the journalist was negative, but all I'm saying is when you are going to an interview, you don't know, especially if you don't know what they are going to ask you, but already she knows, because she knows that they are going to ask her about moving to MK. She is ready, you know. Anyway, let's get to it.
What excites you about this opportunity?
This joining MK is really an extension of what we're doing within SARA. If you remember, SARA was formed on the basis of consolidation, uniting minority parties, especially black parties that are speaking different languages, but really saying the same thing. How do we uplift the black child? How do we deal with unemployment, inequality? How do we change the trajectory for our nation economically and help our youth? And all of those things that we are all moved, into politics to try and go and address. And as an alliance, when I was fired from COPE, and other members and the members of the alliance also then left for various reasons, it didn't really live up to what we had hoped for it to live up to. As you rightly said, judging by our results, also at the polls, we could not achieve what we wanted to. And MK Party resonates with me tremendously because of that basic principle as a start. They have prioritized the unity of African leaders, the unity of progressive forces, consolidating different parties. We've been talking to them ever since the results were announced over the past 3 months. If you look at it, today is exactly 3 months after elections. And they've been consistently talking about how do we bring together the different voices, the skills to address these issues and the concerns that we all have as a country. And I really believe that MK Party is better placed to carry that vision of consolidation, of unity, and they must be supported. I'm the first one to support them, because it doesn't have to be Colleen or SARA leading that unity. As long as the vision, as long as the what we want to achieve, the goal remains the same. Who is leading it should not be an issue. We have to learn to put our egos aside, put all our personalities aside, and look at what is important. South Africans are important. The black child is important. Employment is important. How do we help this country as black professionals, as progressive forces? And that call has been made repeatedly by MK Party for anyone to avail themselves, volunteer their services, their skills, their experience, and come together. And I have responded to that call today.
One of the things that I've always had a problem with when it comes to parties, especially new parties, okay, especially if you are a popular party, is the following. Now, you are a new party, new mind. Okay, some people, they might argue not new mind, but anyway, you are a new party, and then the mandate or the vision or the mission or the dreams that you want to achieve are visions and missions that are also maybe shared by other communities or by community members, right? They love you, they like you, you are popular and everything like that. Now, what becomes a problem though is when that party becomes popular, it is known now, it has grown, they forget their mission, they forget their vision, they forget what they said from the first place, right? That is, we are going to take care of the people, we are going to provide the services. In our minds, it's only the people that are actually we want to help and we want to serve. But when they get to positions, when they get to government, when they get to actually government, a lot of their members, they start looking at other positions, they start fighting over positions, they start trying to get to positions that they were maybe looking at long time ago. Okay, and then the fights begin. When the fight begins, it becomes a problem in the party, and then they forget their mission, they forget their vision, they forget the fact that they told people that we are going to help our people, we are going to provide services to our people, just like what is it's happening right now in the metros. Okay, in the metros, yeah, city of Tshwane, Joburg. Okay, in the mayorship thing. People are fighting alone there, vote of no confidence, everything. They forgot that they said we are going to provide services to our people. Now it's all about them. It's all about helping. It's all about positions. They forget what they said. Elections are over, right? That's the problem with these parties. All of them. I don't care what type of a party you are. When it comes to politics, that's what many times happen. I would hope and I would wish that Zuma would make sure that he's aware of that. He doesn't allow people to end up fighting for positions over what they're supposed to be doing as the party, which is their mandate, their vision, and everything. They keep that in mind all the way until they get to government. For one thing that will help the MK to be in power, it is if they provide what they have promised. Even before they get into power, provide what you can right now so that you can get into the hearts of the people, so that you can help them. And then the next time it will be easy for you. 22, 26, it will be easy for you in the elections because they know you providing the services. And then after you get to that position, whether you're in opposition, whether you are in government, you continue doing that. You don't miss that. Okay, let's go.
Voices, and the list goes on and on. What makes you say that the MK party has this vision? It is a party that is barely 9 months old.
The party is 9 months old. But guess what?
People must remember, this is, in as much as people say, yeah, well, that party doesn't even have a structure. This is a party that beat you in elections.
Has no structures in place. It doesn't even have a constitution. What are you basing this on in terms of the MK party's performance over the last 9 months, aside from the election results?
Precisely that. You know, if you start a company and you know that you need assistance to build its structures, to build the organization itself, and to have the quality of people to send to parliament, to legislature, you do precisely this. You seek, you make a call, you go out and find the right people. You go out and seek to consolidate, to call people to come and help you. If I start a company, I would do that. Advertise to say, I want the best CEO, I want the best CEO, I want the best managers, technical people, come and join us, let's join hands. I want different partners to assist me to succeed in this. And I commend them for doing that. And we have to support them in that. In the 9 months that they have been a trendsetter. They have really went beyond and above to say, yes, we may have gotten seat, but it doesn't mean we've got all the right people that can go there and do the work that is ahead of us, because the task is big, it's daunting. They need qualified people, they need experience, they need different parties to come and join forces with them, and they must do that. We are tired of political parties that will put incompetent people in as MPs or as councillors or MPLs just because you are a member of a party. You don't add value, you cannot be a mayor, you cannot be a minister because you just don't have the qualifications. But because you are a member, they are hell bent on keeping that. MK has broken that box. They have gone beyond and above and said, yes, this is what we have, but how do we get everybody to come and be part of this and we build together? And we are responding to that. And I'm hoping that I will not be the only one, because MK has met with different parties and unions and individuals, and many people are yet to be coming in to join this because they see this vision of consolidating. We are not going to 2026 like we did 2024 as different small parties confusing everybody on the ground, saying the same thing, different T-shirt, and you end up achieving nothing out of it, except for people are like, how do you choose between 50 parties who are saying the same thing? It's time now to be wise. It would be foolish to stand in isolation. We are going now to unite, stand as one, bring one voice, and let's allow the people of South Africa to have a solid home that can address their needs.
I like that point. That's a very powerful point, right? Listen, we all know, guys, all right? And I think there was an argument, or maybe in people in their corners, they would be thinking, why are we having all these parties? They've got the same visions, they've got the same aspirations, they've got the same ideologies, perhaps, maybe, somewhere, somehow. They are, they are almost similar. So why are you peace? Why? Okay. Now, she says that now it doesn't make any sense, or there is no point in us having almost the same parties who are peace. Okay, which he also says that it confuses the people. All right, they see that party, but they look at the other party, and then they see that actually these two, if they can come together, it might be a good thing, because almost they've got the same ideologies, or they've got the same visions and the missions, and they want the same things. Why don't they come together? Which is good. Okay, and I can tell you now, those who joined the GNU later, like your Bossa, like your Action SA, I think they have joined, I'm not sure, but those parties, they sat down and they were like, nah, we can't be isolated, sitting alone there, not doing nothing. We are going to be part of this thing. Either you choose the caucus part, or the part of the MK, EFF, and all of it, or you choose the GNU. The other parties, they chose whatever they chose. And I did hear my man saying that as the parties who are in the middle, I remember listening to his video, he was talking, and then he ended up saying, as parties who are in the middle, there's no middle. You have to choose a side. And if you choose the other side, you are in that side. If you choose the other side, you are in that side. For the fact that my money is actually part of the GNU, or maybe let's say he's a chairperson of one of the committees, is part of the GNU. All right. It is not a good thing to be a party who is just sitting there isolated. Unfortunately, there is nothing. And also, by the way, I'm not blaming any party joining the GNU, whatever. They are thinking for themselves. And I can tell you now, guys, there is no way in the world, all right, you can make any change politically. You can make any change to the lives of the people politically without having the power to do that, without having the resources which you can get by getting the power, government power, so that you can be able to have the resources to change the lives of people. Do you remember what Mackenzie said? Mackenzie said, I am here for power. Power, my brother. Anybody who tells you that now I'm here to eat is for power. And I do understand him why he says that. He understands the fact that you cannot change anybody's life. You cannot change the toilets. You cannot change the roads. You cannot change the schools. You cannot change the sports without having the power to do that. You will talk and talk on your corner somewhere, but you won't change a thing. Every person who wants to be in power in government, that is the aim. The aim is to get the power so that you can be able to change the lives of people. All right? So everybody had to come back again after the elections. Okay, we didn't win, we didn't even get a seat. We have to do something. We can't be like sitting here and be isolated because our voice will be silent. And then people decided to join whatever that they joined. She decided to join the MK, which maybe that's what related to her. It's a decision that people take time to actually make, guys, okay? Because I don't see a party standing alone. They're saying, I'm not joining the GNU, I'm not joining the caucus, I'm just sitting there alone. You are going to sit there alone. You will not be even, they will not even think about you. You won't make any change. You will talk and talk, no change, okay? That's what he's actually saying, which is actually good for them to come together and bring something. They must just be careful that they don't lose the mission, the vision of what they are trying to do.